Welcome everyone. Thank you all for coming out. Today is a very special day as we break ground on our new Pleasant Hill Library.
Yeah! Hey.
This library would not be possible without the support of Contra Costa County and the generous donation of the land of our new library to sit on. In particular, I'd like to thank County Supervisor Karen Mitchoff for leading the charge in that effort and invite her to say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor Wren, and welcome everybody. It's so wonderful to be here, even with all the noise in the background, but that means work is proceeding and our library will be up and running as soon as everything permits. I too want to thank the City of Pleasant Hill and all of their staff, my colleagues here on the City Council. This was a little bit of a longer slog than we wanted, but we're going to have a beautiful product in the end. In particular, I want to thank City Manager June Catalano, our County Librarian Melinda Cervantes, Patrick Reamer, our Pleasant Hill Community Librarian, and Allison McKee. They all took lead on this. Additionally, Sue Nowak and Michael Harris were on the City task force to cite this and have been working long and hard. Everybody has been working long and hard. And before you know it, we're going to be back without masks, in beautiful air, with COVID vaccine in place, and we're going to be able to do the ribbon cutting for this library. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Supervisor Mitchoff. When I look around, the people gathered here today, it reminds me that this library is a result of a shared vision and collaboration among many people. We are extremely fortunate when BCJ submitted a bid to design the Pleasant Hill Library. Their team's ability to listen to the community's dreams for a new library and to turn those dreams into something real and lasting is remarkable. With us today from BCJ are Steve Chaitow. Sorry, I apologize if you're, here you are. And Michael Cross is here with us today. I would also like to acknowledge Margaret Sullivan Studios and landscape architects Einwheeler Kuhl. And I apologize if I butchered that, but thank you so much. Great work. We also have been very fortunate to have the expertise of managers and staff from Swinnerton working on this complex project, including project manager John Baker and Greg Armendariz. I understand John and Greg had conflicts today, but I see a number of people from Swinnerton here today, and I know we're in very good hands. Contra Costa Library leaders have provided their expertise and enthusiasm throughout this time. With us here today are County Librarian Melinda Cervantes, Deputy County Librarian Allison McKee, and Pleasant Hill Senior Librarian Patrick Reamer. Melinda, I understand you're going to be retiring next month, so thank you for all you did to make this project a reality. I also see many of our friends of our library here. I want to say thank you for your commitment to help raise over $1.5 million to pay for furniture, fixtures, and equipment to our new library. If the splendid new bookstore you've opened downtown is any indication, I have no doubt that your fundraising campaign will be a huge success. I'd also like to acknowledge the Pleasant Hill Rec and Park District for their role in the Oak Park Properties Partnership, which is an instrumental part in the city receiving this land for the new library. Last but certainly not least, I want to recognize our City Manager June Catalano, her executive team, Onathan, the City Civil Engineer, and thanks to our leadership and fellow council members who are about to break ground on what is about to be the most outstanding library in Contra Costa County.
I don't know how I could forget to thank county staff. Lisa Chow, my representative for you all here in Pleasant Hill and is a Pleasant Hill resident, and also Karen Laws and Jim Kennedy and all our staff back at Martinez for helping to do this. Thank you.
It's unfortunate that due to COVID-19 and the need for social distancing that we could not invite the entire community here today to this groundbreaking. Because the community that voted to pass Measure K to back this in 2016, giving us the financial means to create a new library we can all be proud of for decades to come. I look forward to the grand opening in spring 2022, where everyone from the community is welcome to come and celebrate. And with that, I think it's time to shovel some dirt.
As mayor, it's a huge milestone for our community to have this opportunity to bring the community together in this new library. The new library has elements for something for everyone, and it's really excited to see how they've incorporated that. Over time, libraries have evolved, and this library is going to give us the capabilities to evolve into the future and really grow as a community with it as well. As a parent, my kids are actually going to school next door here at Pleasant Hill Middle. And it'll be very exciting for how the resources that they need as students and as a parent, just to see them grow and be excited about learning. It's a great opportunity. So really excited about the new library.
Measure K was an incredible achievement for the entire city. It allowed us to build a state-of-the-art brand new library, in addition to getting some road work and infrastructure that the city sorely needed. It really showed the community support for all these activities, and especially a support for a brand new library. We have a fantastic library manager, Patrick Reamer, who has brought so many unique programs. And what helps is the community has accepted those and really just gotten involved in so many things like eco-sewing. Obviously our story times have been fantastic. Robotics, Legos, all those types of activities, but also special activities like watching the lunar eclipse. We got to all come here and do that. So they're always finding new ways to engage our community, all the way from the seniors down to the newborns. And that just makes our library community really special. And then we have our friends who have been super engaged in making sure we can fund those types of programs as well.
Libraries are the heart and soul of a community. And the design of this new library by BCJ is going to just enhance what a library can do for people of all ages, from toddlers to seniors. This library will have something for everyone, and it's going to be fantastic. When we finally passed the sales tax measure and knew that we could afford to build this beautiful structure thanks to the residents of Pleasant Hill, we went searching for the best architectural firm in the world to be able to build this library. We got 12 applications, we interviewed 6 different firms, we were down to 2 or 3 finalists, and BCJ just stood out among them. Not only do they have a local reputation, but they have a national reputation.
One of the threads across our practice is designing for people, and in this case, libraries are one of our greatest pleasure for 2 reasons. One is that they are fundamentally not only are they for people, but they're about bringing people together in community. And so this project is really centered on community. It's centered on community in its program type. It's centered on community in engagement. So as many of you may have had the pleasure to experience, we had extensive community engagement working with Margaret Sullivan out of New York, a very capable and very talented library programmer. And I would say that you're going to see when the library is complete that you'll see that the community is at the center of it. That is the nature of the library of the 21st century. In terms of what's unique about this project, in a broader sense, one is community. The second is the engagement with the environment. And third is the centrality of sustainability to this project. Sustainability has 2 meanings for us and for the world now. One is treating the planet well, what's good for the planet, but there's also what's good for us as people. And this project addresses both of those in sustainability. On the what's good for the planet here, you'll see that there is a lot of energy efficient measures in terms of radiant floors, lots of natural light, a very open space, photovoltaics. There's a lot going on this project that is devoted to energy, to water conservation, to material usage. And from the human level, when you come into the space, you will very much feel connected to the really wonderful surroundings here, including access to the creek.
A lot of thought went into the landscape design and the relationship of the building to the surrounding environment. When siting the building, we took great care to take advantage of outdoor spaces on each side of the building. So most importantly, we wanted to really highlight the landscape along the Grayson Creek to the east of the building. The main hall of the library has a full-height glass wall that faces outward to that creek, really take advantage of the views to the creek landscape. And also there's a quiet reading area that has an intimate view of that creek landscape. And then further, there's an outdoor reading area, covered outdoor patio that looks out to the creek landscape. So that relationship of the building to the landscape inside and out along that creek edge became a real driver for the project. A second outdoor space we really planned deliberately was the entry plaza that connects the parking lot to the building. And that will be shaded year-round by the building's roof canopy. So it's going to be a really comfortable gathering place for the community that we're really excited about for them to host a wide variety of events. And a third outdoor space on the west side of the building is the activity yard. And that is right off the early literacy area, and it's going to really allow the library staff to program a whole host of activities outdoors for all ages, but it's really going to allow children and families to take a break from inside the library and go outside and really foster that indoor-outdoor connection. In terms of the building design, we responded to the environment by really addressing and incorporating several sustainability drivers. We're utilizing natural ventilation, radiant heating and cooling, as well as natural daylighting. And so this results in a highly energy-efficient building that's really going to provide a lot of value for the city and the library in terms of operations for many years to come. And finally, one more thing that I'm very excited about for the library and its relationship to the environment is its large sweeping roof. It's going to have a very dramatic low-slope roof. It's about 250 feet long by 100 feet wide, and it slopes up very gradually to the south, and it's going to create a continuous clear story that's shaded by a deep roof overhang. And that's going to give natural daylight to the interior throughout the year. And as the seasons change and the altitude of the sun changes, the quality and the subtlety of that light is going to change over time. And so, along with everything else about this library, I'm really excited to see that come to life.
The old library was built as like a trove of books. And I feel like over the last 60 years, we grew inside of that building, and our perspective grew and the ways that we want to learn grew until we kind of blew the roof off that old building, just with all of our dreams and the magic that we stirred up together. And the new building, I feel like is a new home for all those things that couldn't fit inside our old building. And just with the openness of it and all of the light, it's going to be a flexible space where we can learn and explore in different ways. It's a space where we can all come together but all do different kinds of things. So for those who are looking for a quiet escape to read a book, or folks who want to play and learn together, little ones meeting each other for the first time and singing stories, all that stuff I think will be held together right here in a new building, and I just can't wait to see it come to reality. It was so much fun to work with this community to dream up what this new library will be like. I feel like this town has this shared value around being together, sharing time, learning together, exploring together. And so those meetings when we got together and talked about what this new library would be like, were just full of joy and whimsy and people thinking big things. So that was such a special gift to me to be a part of that process. I talk to people now who are like, what's this new library going to be like? And I'm like, well, you helped plant the seeds and water it into a design that the architects have made into something functional, something flexible that we can live with for many, many years. And I just know that when we do come together to cut a ribbon on the new building, people are going to find some familiarity there, because it really is based on all of those dreams and hopes and things that we talked about back in the days when we were putting together the design.
The Friends of the Pleasantville Library have been around since 1953, and our sole mission is to support the library. The county buys books for the library, although not all of them, but they don't pay for any programs that are in the library. So any puppet show, any musical performance are all paid for by the Friends throughout the county. That's our mission, and will continue to be so. We are also have pledged to raise $1.5 million for the furniture, fixtures, and equipment in the new library, and we're go full speed ahead with that as well. I am so excited for this new library. Personally, I imagine it to be a place that has sunlight filtering in there from these magnificent windows all around the library. There are places for people to go to, like seniors or scholars or small business owners that need to have a quiet area. There are places for raucous little kids to listen to a story time and then maybe sit quietly with their parents, and when they're tired of that, they can go outside to a safe, enclosed area outside for them to play. All of the middle school, hundreds of middle school kids come into the library every day, and they'll have a place where they can truly make things, 3D objects. That's never going away. People are always going to want to create their own content, their own music, their own videos. So I am so excited about our new library. It's going to be beautiful.